Well, some scary moments caught on tape. A Lucas County Sheriff's deputy in uniform has a gun pulled on him by a security guard.
And now that security guard faces criminal charges as the deputy tries to wrap his head around almost being killed in what should have been a very basic situation. I-Team reporter Sean Haggerty with the video you'll only see on 13 ABC. Sean.
And that deputy came here to 4 Seagate to ask a question at the IRS office, a step that almost cost him his life. As Lucas County Sheriff's Deputy Alan Gaston enters the IRS office, he's in full uniform with his badge and his firearm visible. He's on duty May 31st, but says he stopped at the office for a phone number to ask about a letter he got from the IRS. Deputy Gaston says the guard told him he needed to put his gun in his car. Gaston said he couldn't do that. The conversation ends with a gun pointed at the deputy's back. Gaston vividly remembers that moment.
Basically preparing myself to be shot at that moment, bracing for a shot in my back.
The whole thing caught on security camera as the guard follows Deputy Gaston to the elevator with the gun out, and it appears his finger very close to the trigger. The guard then tries to take Gaston into custody, once again with the gun drawn.
There's really no way to know how you're going to act when there's a gun pointed at you and when you think you're going to lose your life.
Gaston works as a defensive tactics instructor. He says he felt the best way to de-escalate this situation was to walk away. Eventually, Toledo police arrived after getting a 911 call.
He's got a gun and he won't leave.
But the caller from inside the IRS office never tells 911 the man with the gun is a uniformed deputy sheriff. Gaston's biggest concern as this incident unfolded were the other people inside the office.
If I'm going to get shot, which I felt like I was, it's not fair. They came there to do their business.
Gaston and his wife have now filed a civil lawsuit against the security guard Seth Eklund and the security company, seeking compensation after Gaston allegedly suffered emotional and psychological distress and lost wages. He's currently on medical leave from the Lucas County Sheriff's Department. He has a message for that security guard.
I would say clearly your training is lacking, and the fact that you went from 0 to 100 lethal force is unacceptable.
That security guard, Seth Eklund, is now facing a charge of aggravated menacing. He's due in court next week. We tried to reach out to him today, but could not contact him. We also reached out to the IRS for a comment today, but we've not yet heard back, Leah Diane.
What's up, YouTube? This is James coming back at you with another informative video. I hope everybody's doing well out there this Monday. I'm doing good myself. Well, shout out to the elder, for bringing this story right here. I was watching his video, and he said, this is what the video was about. So I wanted to dig deeper and just see exactly, how things went down. So I decided to go ahead and look the story up, and here I am. Again, shout out to the elder for bringing this content. Appreciate that. Damn, what a slap in the face. You understand what I mean? What a slap in the face. You see, Mr. Gaston, if you're listening, you see your badge and your gun didn't mean nothing to that little sawed off, little fat, funny built motherfucker right there. Didn't mean nothing to him. You see? He's busy looking at the color of your skin. Yes, I am drawing the race card because that's just what that shit was. It was racial. Racism all day. You understand? He pulled a gun on you. Flashlight ass cop. You know what I mean? He's a flashlight cop. You know what I'm saying? Flashlight cop. Even though this motherfucker is packing. But I'm just saying. Don't you being a police officer, a sheriff's deputy? You understand? Don't that trump him being a little punk ass security guard? He most certainly didn't think so. That's a damn shame. What a slap in the face. So you see, it don't mean anything about the fact that you are the sheriff's deputy, and you wear the uniform and all that kind of stuff. They don't give a damn about that. Little low lifes like this, they don't care. Look at him. He didn't give a damn about you. He didn't respect the badge. You understand? Let's read the story. Okay, as we know, white security guard pulls gun on black on duty sheriff's deputy because he was armed. So black people can't be armed around this motherfucker. Only he can be armed. You see what I'm saying? It would have been a good thing if you could have got your gun, Mr. Gaston, if you could have pulled it and shot that motherfucker until you feared for your life. You did. You said yourself that you was bracing to be shot. See? If that had been a criminal, well, it is a criminal in a sense. I'm going to say that. But let's say if he wasn't a security guard or, anything to do with law enforcement or what have you. And he did that. Would you had act in the same manner? Would you had treat the person that don't have a badge the same way? Or would you have been more aggressive? I'd like to know. See? But back to the story. WTVG reported that a white security officer at the IRS building in Toledo, Ohio, is facing a charge of aggravated menacing after he pulled his gun on Alan Gaston, a black Lucas County sheriff's deputy. The reason, Gaston was armed. Okay. Well, he was armed too, So he was armed, and I thought that's what sheriff's deputies and police supposed to be, is armed. It's just not black sheriff's deputies and officers, right? Back to the story. He was also, however, clearly in uniform with his badge visible, indicating as an on-duty law enforcement officer. The guard drew his weapon after Gaston told him he couldn't leave his sidearm outside the premises. Yeah, see? Basically preparing himself to be shot at the moment, bracing for a shot in my back, said Gaston, who works as a defense instructor, and who says he only came to the building to ask about a letter he received from the IRS. The security cameras show the guard forcing Gaston from the building with the gun drawn and his finger on the trigger. Yeah, see, this motherfucker's a loose cannon. Sorry, bastard. The incident, which was first reported last Wednesday, marks the latest in a string of high-profile controversies in which black people are threatened for going about mundane businesses in their jobs or personal lives. Incidents that have clearly been going on since the America has existed as a nation. It's racial. And it is racial. See? But which are more visible than ever with the advent of the internet. Yeah, it's a good thing that, we had this, that cameras was there for them to see exactly how that bastard acted. Now, this should be a lesson, not only to Mr. Gaston, but to the rest of you black police officers that serve, in the police force here in this country. What you gonna do? That's the question. What are you gonna do? You gonna just, I thought that y'all was supposed to be so equal. I thought blue lives mattered. This motherfucker right here didn't give a damn about your life. If you had a twitched the wrong way, if you had a went for your gun like he had, he would have shot you and felt justified for doing it, which he wouldn't have been. Is this the way you treat all IRS people who visit the IRS for personal businesses? I think this motherfucker need to be not only brung up on charges of criminal menacing, but aiming a firearm at a police officer. He should do some time for this shit like that, for this. I expect to see more strength from black officers when it comes to situations like this. I really do. A lot needs to happen to this little fag that did that shit. He needs some needs to go down. He needs to be disciplined severely for doing that shit right there. And then he put his hands on you. He touched you. Tried to take you into custody. You are a sheriff's deputy. He didn't give a damn about that. Blue Lives Matter but black lives don't, even when you wear the badge. That's just all there is to it. This little ugly motherfucker right here, he proved it. He give a damn about your badge and your gun. He knew just your uniform supersede his little raggedy ass. What a shame, what a shame. But these little wake-up calls just keep coming, don't they? They keep coming. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this situation. I'm interested in hearing y'all views and opinions on this. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And this is James, and I'm out. Peace.